Hey Two-Wheeled friends, welcome back to the channel. Out here on Labor Day weekend recording this video for all of you to watch. And I have Mrs. Two-Wheeled back behind us. And this is the first time we have ridden together since she went to Nashville in the middle of August. So it's been like 2 or 3 weeks since we've ridden together, whatever that math comes out to be.
Yeah, it's been a while, and then this is the second time I've been on my bike since coming back.
Yeah, and I've been out for quite a few different rides, just with no camera though. I just go out and ride to work or whatever the case. But thought we'd hop on the bikes. It's a beautiful day, and maybe let Mrs. Two-Wheeled tell you all a little bit about her Nashville trip while we ride around Lake Campesca. Let's roll the intro. Hi, there you are.
Hi! Did you miss me?
So, what were some of your takeaways from the Nashville trip?
Yeah, I can just jump right in and talk about that. So back in, gosh, I think it was like back in May, my sister, she texts me like on her lunch break, and she goes, I'm having a terrible week. Fargo has these direct flights to Nashville. We should go before the summer ends. And I was like, yeah, that'd be so much fun. And then we started looking at dates, and I was like, all right, well, that date's not gonna work, and that date's not gonna work, and that date's not gonna work. So basically we decided on I don't even remember the day off the top of my head, but we flew out on a Sunday and we flew back in on a Sunday and spent an entire week down in Nashville, which I learned very quickly that being away from home for a week was a little bit of a struggle. I got teased a little bit because Dustin and I were texting a lot, but even when we're not apart, we're texting. So, but that constant communication that I had with you, Dustin, helped the week go by, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely different for me having you gone too.
You didn't like the bachelor life?
Huh. I just didn't like, I'm not much of a cook. And for all of you here watching, I survived on some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, some summer sausage sandwiches. I think we had some pizza one night.
You said mac and cheese, didn't you?
Mac and cheese and hot dogs. And I did cook one night. I made some shrimp Alfredo.
Use those culinary skills.
Yeah. It wasn't too difficult boiling noodles and cooking some shrimp in a pan and adding pre-made pesto.
Good job.
Whatever.
Proud of you. Whereas I did not cook at all while I was gone, obviously, and we ate whenever we felt like, which totally threw off my diet. So we flew out on Sunday from Fargo. It was a direct flight, like I said, down to Nashville, and got into Nashville, what was it, about 7:30? I don't even remember off the top of my head, but ended up waiting for my luggage. Of course, mine was the very last to come out of the chute. Navigating the Nashville airport was interesting because half of it was under construction. Figured out where we needed to go and got a lift, and the guy was super funny. He's like, welcome to Nash Vegas. We're like, okay, well, this will be fun. And he warned us about the Woo girls, which are the bachelorettes that go to Nashville, and all they do is go woo when they've had a little too much to drink.
Take a shot. Woo!
Yeah, basically. We did encounter Woo girls one of the days, and that was, I don't know, it was like 30 minutes, and we're like, yep, that's enough. So when we planned our trip, we, kind of put to pen and paper, you know, what we wanted to do in the area, and then we just kind of planned where everything fell in the Nashville area, so then we weren't driving back and forth and having to cross the river multiple times, and just kind of keep it in the same general area. Monday and Tuesday was definitely my favorite, just because Monday was the immersive Van Gogh exhibit, which if anyone's a Van Gogh fan, it's where the paintings basically come to life, and it's floor and walls of his paintings kind of just moving and circulating through the gallery. And we just sat there, we watched it 2.5 times, and just kind of immersed ourselves in his artwork, which was super fun. I'll have to send you some pictures, Dustin, and maybe you can throw a couple up. And
yeah, I don't know if there's any copyright on that stuff or
not the video, but like maybe the picture of Emily and I in front of the big Van Gogh painting.
The videos you showed me, it was really cool how the scenes would come in and out, and you know, it's just like on the walls, just painted walls basically.
And my favorite Van Gogh is Starry Night. So when Starry Night came up, it was literally like stars appearing in the sky, and everything just kind of moving and showing up. It was cool. We did a tour of the Belmead plantation, which isn't even a plantation because you have to grow something for it to be a plantation, but they did a bunch of horse stuff, like horse riding and grazing and things like that. So I like getting submerged in that kind of history.
Right.
And then there was like a wine tasting that came with it. And I'm not a big wine drinker, but I know my sister enjoys that stuff. So I was like, yep, I'll be a good sport. She's gonna do some artsy fartsy stuff with me. So I'll do what I can to appease her as well. And Tuesday we started the day. Tuesday was the day that we went to downtown. Or downtown Nashville. I was warned by a coworker, don't go to downtown Nashville on a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, because that's when all the woo girls come out. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to deal with the crowds and the belligerentness of people. So we did downtown on Tuesday and did the Johnny Cash Museum, and I love that. I could have spent all day there, but it was busy, and there were a lot of people going in and out, and I'm not a big fan of crowds. We went to like a local bar, listened to some local music, and just kind of wandered the streets and just kind of, again, you know, submerged ourselves. That bug totally hit me. Okay, I didn't get on the camera.
That camera's still running?
I think so.
Okay. I heard something beep a while ago, so I was just...
Well, here, let me get up to you if you want to look at it.
Yeah. Must have been something else.
I think it was the bug that hit, because I wanted to make sure. What day was I on? Tuesday, Wednesday?
Happy days.
Hump day.
Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days.
Wednesday we went kind of, I can't even remember like directional wise where we were, but we went to the Marathon Motors building, which they manufactured old cars, and it was really cool how they refurbished that building, because you'd walk down the hall and it would have little signs like, all right, here's where the motor was put together or manufactured, and here's the blacksmith, and here's upholstery, and they had little shops within that building. So being able to shop and learn was different, but it was kind of cool.
Well, and what I thought was kind of cool is, like, you would tell me where you were or whatever, and that was part of the texting, I guess.
Yeah.
So then I would get on Google Earth and I would look, like, do the street view so I could see what the buildings look like. And then some people, or I don't know if Google themselves do it, but they go on the inside, and then they got like a 360 camera or whatever. So then I could look at some of it. And
oh, really?
yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, so then like when you would tell me a little bit about it, it's like, oh yeah, I kind of, you know, kind of saw that.
I didn't know that. That's neat. Like, some of the building was like decaying and one kind of crumbling, and I remember you making that comment, like, is the building still standing? I'm like, well, the majority of it is.
Well, yeah, because like on Google, the one part that you could see that there was brick walls, but there was no roof on it.
Yep.
Like on the back side.
Yep.
And I don't know what that was, if you could go in there or not.
No, it was blocked off, because I remember looking through the window and I was like, oh, that'd be cool to go in there, but it was literally just all rubble.
Yeah.
Like the ceiling or the roof caved in. But like within this building, you know, there's all these little shops, and there's a Harley Davidson store in there, which we went to 2 Harley stores, and it was just apparel and accessories. Like, it wasn't a dealership. The dealership was, I think, south of Nashville. So I picked up some Harley swag for the family that was from Nashville.
There's something I can pick up.
There you go. Except for Sophie's sweatshirt. Sophie's sweatshirt didn't say anything. It just said Harley Davidson. It didn't say it was from Nashville. But, and then there were a couple distilleries in there. There was a moonshine and a whiskey distillery, which I brought a bottle of moonshine back. I think we're gonna crack that open tonight.
Are we?
I think so. Take it over to your parents and share it with them.
Okay.
It was like peach flavored, but the tasting, there was coffee and caramel and orange, like creamsicle, and then, you know, the original moonshine. So paid to do that, and then there were a couple wineries that we went, you know, again, going for my sister, and I'm glad that I went to that one, because I got that canvas bag that says all my kids crap, or that something like that, bag with all my kids crap.
Yeah.
Haha. And then we also went to Corsair Distillery, again, still in the same building, but that was, I hadn't eaten, and I was doing all these tastings, and it was going to my head, and I'm like, all right, I need to eat, and got something to eat, and then I was starting to feel a little better anyway. That was like the last thing on our minds while we were there was food, except for that one day for breakfast where I was like, I want hash browns.
Yeah, but yeah, and then you send me a picture or whatever, and it's not like your traditional shredded potato type hash browns. So then that sends me on a mission to Google to look up, like, if you just like Google search hash browns, and what it shows in some areas, you know, hash brown is just a form of sliced or diced potato that's fried, and it's like, well, I guess technically like breakfast potatoes is what I would refer to those as.
Right.
Could classify as hash browns. So
yeah, I was a little disappointed, but everything else was with the pancakes were phenomenal, and I know you're not a big pancake eater, but they were good.
Do you guys like pancakes? I prefer a waffle over a pancake. Let's create a discussion on that down below.
We'll make shirts. I like both.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I'm gonna pick my breakfast food, it's either gonna be an omelet or French toast.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, what else did we do?
Thanks for watching, Two-Wheeled Friends. This concludes part 1 of Molly's Nashville trip. Come back next week. I'll put part 2 in, and we will get Molly's final itinerary and thoughts on her Nashville trip. Peace out.